Thank you so much, Toastmaster Larry, for that warm introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Tagged the Lighthouse Toastmasters, Tall Tale, and Table Topic that these contestants will give to us today. Now, this contest is broken down into two parts. We have the first part, which is the Tall Tale contest, and the second part, which is the Table Topic contest. Now, the Tall Tale contest actually speaks about a contest whereby the contestants will come up with imaginative and outlandish stories in a way that would tantalize the audience. The Tall Tales are unbelievable stories that are presented in a factual way. And that is what Tall Tale is all about. And that is what these contestants will deliver during the Tall Tale contest. Now, the Table Topics is our famous impromptu speaking contest, whereby contestants will be presented with a question or a topic or a subject, and they're expected to speak off the cuff. They will speak on their feet. So I want to assure you that you are in for an amazing time today. To help in piloting this particular plane to the promised destination, I want to introduce the chief judge, and she will come here to also introduce other role players for this particular event. The chief judge is someone that I admire a lot, a tenacious Toastmaster. She joined Toastmasters International in 2016. She is a chartered banker and a financial analyst. She is the current program quality director for Division F. She loves dancing and taekwondo. I want you to jam those hands together as we make welcome the vivacious Toastmaster Chidi Chukudi Madu.
Thank you very much, Contest Chair. Good morning, everyone, friends, and fellow Toastmasters. You're welcome to today's contest. I will be your chief judge. I'm excited to let you know that I have role players who help pilot the affairs of this contest. We have the counters and timers. Of importance to both the contestants and the audience at this point are the timers. Contestants, if you look out, you would find that we have two persons who are named Timer 1 and Timer 2. Our Timer 2 will be responsible for the table topic contest. So during the table topic contest, please look out for Timer 2 and pin his video, pin his window to your screen so that you are certain that you would see the timing cards when they change. It would interest you to know that for this contest, we will not be sharing screen. Rather, the timers will use their background to reflect the timing cards. For the Tall Tale contest, please look out for Timer 1. The Timer 1 will be responsible for the Tall Tale contest. Each of those timers will play as backup to the other, which means that Timer 1 will play as backup for Timer 2 during the table topics contest in the event of a network failure, while Timer 2 will play backup for Timer 1 during the Tall Tale contest. Our Timer 1 for today is Toastmaster Ruth Ijoma. She joined Toastmasters in 2019. She's an admin personnel who loves writing, dancing, and eating. I'm very sure she'll be very good friends with Toastmaster Prade because he's also a foodie. She's an award winner of the humorous speech contest at the club level, area level, and the division level. She is also the public relations manager for Division F for this mandate. At timer 2, it's Toastmaster Adeniro. Please look out for them. Ensure that you pin them to your screen so that you're sure that you would not be caught wanting with respect to flaunting the time rules. Thank you so much, and all the best to our contestants today. Back to you, contest chair.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Chief Judge. Without much ado, we're going straight into the Tall Tale contest. And I bring to you the very first contestant, Toastmaster Bosede Olufunke Ogunbuyi. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Toastmaster Bosede Olufunke Ogunboye. Sorry about that pronunciation initially. Can you go on and give your speech?
Contest chair, please hold on. We lost her. She's just coming back into the meeting room.
No, I've admitted her. She's
Okay.
ready. She's here now. She's here now.
Okay. Toastmaster Bosse, the stage is yours.
Yes, sir. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me do the needful first.
Good morning. We can hear you.
Good morning, everyone. Yes. Can you please confirm if I've been able to set the timer?
You can go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Toastmaster Bosse.
All right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bosse Ogunboye, and I would like to share with you an amazing story about how I went on the search for the secret weapon to lose weight. It was like this. All my life, I have been big. I mean, morbidly obese. And everywhere I turned, everyone looked at me and they wondered, how can you be this big? So they kept telling me, you have to find the secret portion. You have to find the secret portion. And I decided it was time to find the secret portion. So they told me that I would find it in China. And I bought the plane ticket. And I decided to go to China. But before I went to China, I decided to go to church as well, to go and pray that I would have a safe trip and I would find the secret weapon when I get to China. I was sitting on the third row in church when the seat I was sitting on, the chair I was sitting on, literally gave way under me and I came crashing down. Everyone in church looked at me like I was strange, but I was too big for the poor plastic chair. The chair could not hold me. And at this point, I knew it was time to find the portion. I went on this journey and I took my ticket and I went and took the plane as well. But when I got into the plane and the plane was airborne, suddenly the plane started moving backwards and everything in the plane was going to the back. And the pilot said it's because there's a very fat woman at the back. She needs to move to the front. So they moved me to the front. And as they moved me to the front, the plane kept going to the front again and it was about to dip to the edge. Then they decided, just like Jonah, it was time to throw me out of the plane. They threw me out of the plane because if I remained in the plane would crash. Deep down, I found myself under the sea and I met the dragon with 7 heads. The dragon fought me, and I fought the dragon, and the dragon fought me, and I fought the dragon until the dragon realized that I was stronger than him because, of course, I was very big. All I needed to do was sit on the dragon. Then the dragon presented to me, amazingly, the key to the door of life and told me, go through this door and you will find what you're looking for. But unfortunately, when I went through that same door, I saw another woman. She had 7 heads, 30 hands, and 15 lips. And she said to me, you can only cross this road through me. And so we decided to fight again. And I battled with her and battled with her and battled with her. At the point I thought I was about to win her, she looked at me and said, I am not sure you will find what you want here, but go through this door and you will find the midget with the secret weapon. I wondered, if I want to lose weight and I want to be skinny, why would it be a midget that will give me the secret weapon? Yet in my mind, I knew that if I have this secret potion and I drink it, I would lose all the weight I have always wanted to lose. So I followed the road. And when I got to the end of the road, I saw this midget, beautiful midget. But he was a man, but he was beautiful. And then I saw beside him a very fat woman looking like a man. And he said, this is my wife. So I wondered, why would the midget have a fat wife if the midget is the one with the secret weapon that will help me to lose weight? The midget looked at me and said, you have come to the right place. And he presented to me the bottle. As he presented to me the bottle, I took it. And he said, every day, take a cover of this bottle and drink it. Do not eat sugar. Do not eat flour. Exercise every day. Make sure you keep moving. Drink enough water. And as you do this, this weapon will work for you. I wonder, if I have to do all this, why do I still need the secret weapon? But I went home anyway. And by the time I finally got home, after crossing the 70 rivers before I got home, I drank the potion and I followed all the instructions and I started to lose the weight gradually. But it was not as fast as I thought it would be. So I went again. But this time, it was through my dream. And I asked the midget, Mr. Midget, why is your potion working so slowly? The midget looked at me and he laughed. He said, because this weapon does not work by your drinking it. It works by your acting on it. I only gave you water. I wanted to teach you discipline, to know when to eat and when not to eat, when to exercise and when not to exercise. I was so angry. I said, Mr. Midget, so why is your wife so big? If you know this secret weapon and you did not tell your wife. And Mr. Midget looked at me and laughed, ha, 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 ha. Because the greatest love of all comes with loving yourself first. My wife knew that, and I love her the way she is. Learn to love yourself, and you can cope with the issues of life. So I came back all the way from the land beyond, with only water. After fighting 7 dragons, the woman with 7 heads, 15 tongues, and 30 legs. All I came back with was a bottle of water. Have I learned my lesson? I wonder, is it a true story? It's up to you to find out whether I really fell down in church sitting on a plastic chair. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. That was truly a story that is going to keep us guessing. Now, we just take 1 minute for the judges to collate their report. The next contestant should begin to warm up. We'll have the secret formula is weight. Okay. Now, Tall tales requires a lot of creativity, requires a lot of imagination. And a lot of times we have individuals that want to improve their ability to be humorous and their ability to paint pictures. One of the ways to exercise that gift is to participate in the tall tale contest. Okay, I'm sure our judges have been able to put together their thoughts and document their records concerning the first contestant. Now, the second contestant for today's tall tale contest is Toastmaster Chinedu M. Omene Kuku, my new house. My new house, Toastmaster Chinedu M. Omene Kuku. Welcome to the stage. You have 3 to 5 minutes, as earlier shared with you. Go ahead. Toastmaster Chinedu, your volume. You are muted.
Sorry about that. Can I start again?
Start again.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So thank you, the Toastmaster, for that introduction. I have a surprise for everybody on this call at the end of this, so make sure you hang on tight. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning. The title of this speech is My New House. Now, everybody on this call wishes to live in their own home. I mean, it's a sign of big man in Nigeria. You know, you have to have a house to say, yes, you have arrived. So, I mean, it's not different for me. I also wish to have my own house. And it's not today it started. It's been a long time. I've always wished I had my own house. Right from when I was a fetus in my mother's stomach. You see, the space in there was very warm and cozy, but there was never enough room space for me to stretch. In fact, I remember the night I was about to escape from that home to another home. We were in a hospital, and there was this woman that had a very big belly. Her belly was as big as a stadium. After I managed to escape, in the neonatal center, I conducted a survey for all the babies that were there with me. And everybody unanimously agreed that one of the things they would have loved the most is to have more space. I saw one of the babies from the woman I saw earlier, and he smiled and said, "You don't even want to know what we went through." I have 200 brothers. It's like, wow, you all stayed there? But anyway, over the years, I've worked hard. I mean, I've worked for about 3 million minutes of my life, and I've been able to save over 4 billion kobo. You see, so I was now equipped to own a home, preferably in the Lekki area. So I got a realtor, we got some options, I saw the picture, I loved it, I decided to pay for the home. After signing all the contracts and doing the transfer for the home, on my way back, I got an SMS. I looked at the SMS and wow, it was a reversal. They reversed my money back. I quickly ran so those guys won't see me. And on getting home, I saw what looked like 1,000 SMS. And the very first message I opened showed me that they must have done about 1,000 reversals for me. Now I had a value in my bank account I couldn't even pronounce. I was at that point very sure that I was richer than Jeff Bezos. With that excitement, I was very eager to visit my house for the very first time. I considered the traffic situation in Lagos, and I decided to call my very good friend, Sanwomi. I told him, "Ben, I'm going to visit my old house, my new house, and I don't want to experience the traffic as usual." 9 p.m. that very first day, Sanwo-Olu locked down Lagos. We called it Corona, but we really know why we locked down Lagos. That being said, on that very day I wanted to leave, I knew the road would be free. I looked at my car smiled, looked back at me, and we knew we were going to enjoy this journey. In fact, as soon as I got to the steering of the car, I pressed a button I've never used in over 4 years. My Toyota Matrix has a very special button called Turbo Fly Mode. We've never used that button before. Immediately I pressed the button, my car transformed into a very big machine. We had jet engines in the car, and woof, in 2 minutes, we moved from K2 to Lekki. I got to my new house. It's a very nice place. It looked very warm. Immediately I was about to enter, I was greeted by this very young lady. She wore a yellow top and a multicolored leggings. She had a very nice pink tutu around her waist. And she had a diamond in her tiara that was so big, it was as big as a golf ball, and it reflected the sun rays into my eyes. I asked her, who are you? And she said, wow, I'm your neighbor. I'm Nancy Fancy Classy. I was like, wow, I used to see you in my daughter's cartoon. What are you doing here? I was like, your friends are all in there. I immediately started hearing the cacophonious noise coming from my house, as if there was a party going on. I quickly dashed to my door and opened the door, and I saw all my favorite characters there. I saw Spider-Man, I saw Batman, I saw Mickey Mouse. Everybody was all there. They were all having fun. They congratulated me. I exchanged pleasantries with them. Then I immediately picked up my phone again and decided to call my wife. I told her, honey, I've gotten to the new place. Everybody is here. Spider-Man is here. Batman is here. Mickey Mouse is here. Immediately, she screamed. I didn't know why she was screaming. She said, honey, I have taken my time to prepare this pepper soup using 5 cows. If you know you're going to eat this food, make sure you sell that house. There is no way I'm living with spiders, bats, and cats. I was shocked. I was depressed. But on the second thought, I was now maybe a trillionaire, don't even know what I'll call myself, but I had enough money to buy up the whole Banana Island. So I eventually bought up the whole Banana Island because I was more interested in getting a home as against a house. I needed my wife to be happy. But also, as my fellow Toastmasters and friends, I have decided to dash everybody on this call one house in the Banana Island of Lagos. So please feel free to contact me after this contest, and we can work out the details. The Toastmaster.
Okay, Toastmaster Chinedu, I'm going to call you immediately after this contest is over for my own house in Banana Island. Amazing stuff. Well done. Well done. Now the contestant, the judges will go ahead and put together the records, and we will use this opportunity to have a short break whereby we can network. You can say hi to an old friend. You can introduce yourself to somebody you didn't know whilst we prepare for the next half of this contest, which is the table topic contest. Thank you. We're on break, guys. You can unmute your microphone. Say hi. Don't be shy.
Hi.
Hello.
We don't want to say hi. We are too nervous.
Just relax. You guys.
Who's nervous? Who's nervous?
TM Pradeep, honestly, I would not forgive you for convincing me to do this thing because I didn't sleep all night. I was so nervous.
Wait. See, there's a formula called formula of CCC. You first try to convince the person. If you're not able to convince the person, you now confuse the person. So in your case, you said I've confused you. And then if that one had not worked, I would have corrupted you. So you fell into the second trap, not in the third trap. So don't complain. Don't complain. You did well now. You did well.
Oh my
You did
God.
well. You did well. I want that water. Oh, I want that water. I want to lose weight.
That water is for sale now. The water is for sale. I wanted to tell you people the price of the water, but I was worried about the time, so I decided to just.
I'll borrow money from Chinedu because he has a lot of money. I will borrow money from him.
You see, Chinedu has money and he has house in Banana Island. I have swimming water. We have everything in Toastmasters.
No, I will tell him that I don't want the house at Banana Island. Just let me give him money. I don't want give you so that you can give me the water.
Yes.
The place is a bit quiet too. Kai. Oh, my boss is around. My mentor, my presido, DTM Kaide Yusuf.
I greet you, sir.
I greet you, sir. I like your bia.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, sir. And your bia.
It's called Corona Bia.
But all of you heard why there was lockdown because of Chinedu. There was a lockdown, so it's okay. Slowly we get to know things.
Beautiful session just now.
ETM Stella.
Exactly. Dear Matthew. So now I understood why they locked down Lagos.
It was Chinedu that did it.
Don't tell anybody. It's our secret.
It was Chinedu and Spider-Man and Batman.
Yes, now we know. And
Stella, your microphone is muted, but your camera is on. Wanted to hear your voice. It's been a while. TM Adijoke is also muted. Why is everybody quiet?
Good morning.
Is it the pressure of the
Have
contest getting to the audience?
Have we finished the talk show contest? Have all the participants spoken? Good morning
Yes,
to everyone. So we only have two contestants.
Yeah, we had only two contestants.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, madam. We're going to move into the tabletop contest in the
Madam Stella,
I think the reason why everybody...
So nice to be here. I can see everyone in the house.
I think the reason why everybody is mute.
Is my phone muted?
No, we can hear you.
Muted? Okay, I can see all.
Good morning, Mama.
As all the contestants.
No,
I'm surprised all the club members are not online. Why? Is it only for the contestants?
Madam, I think there's some traffic. There's some traffic in the area, madam. They're on their way.
They are on their way. He's outside, no?
That's another contest, right?
They are loading. They are loading.
All of them have the turbo button in their car like Chinedu, so they're on their way. They're on their way.
Can you imagine? I'm sure someone shut down the line for them. Shut down the city for them.
Something we've noticed again about...
Let's hope Chinedu does not lock down the internet.
No way, guys.
The internet that they give to us these days is terrible.
It's terrible. I have to do 2 connections to be able to speak.
It's exploitation in the highest order.
Okay, now I welcome you all back from the short break. Something DTM Stella Odua noticed was the fact that we're not having as much members participate in this contest as they normally would have been, as they normally participate during our regular meetings. Interestingly, during live contest, it's apparently the same experience. When it's a contest day, you have individuals not showing up. I don't know whether it's the issue around the contest that keeps people away, you know. So it's also strange that even online you still have that same experience. But in spite of that, we're gonna move on and keep doing what we have to do. So we're moving to the table topics right about now, and our contestants are geared up. So I would like for TM Rotimi to move the contestants into the breakout room. So you move them. I think you can leave Toastmaster Enfeoluwa Wole Ojo. You can leave her here because she's the first person that is going to speak. So every other contestant should be moved to the breakout room.
Okay, that's fine.
You know the two other contestants, yes? Toastmaster Pradeep and Toastmaster Tai. And I think you also need to move the online SSA, the person that is going to be our police in that breakout room. And every contestant in that breakout room should please have their microphones on.
Acknowledge.
Fantastic.
TM Rotimi, shoot.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Once you're done, you can let me know. Now, the table topics has always been one of my favorite parts of the Toastmasters experience, basically because it helps for the individual to learn how to think and speak on his feet. So you might be in an organization and you are called abruptly to give a presentation on behalf of your boss or to explain a particular product line, you know, without any prior knowledge. You should be able to deliver. And that is what the table topics helps us to practice in a Toastmasters meeting. So now today it's a contest, so it's competitive, and we expect that our Toastmasters today will give it their best shot. So.
Okay, Mr. Contest, you have moved them.
Okay, great.
Now
that you've moved them.
And TM Pradeep to the.
Okay, fantastic. Now, the very first speaker is Toastmaster Enfeoluwa Wole Ojo. And the table topic for today is this, ghost toss. Now, you have between 1 to 2 minutes, remember, and your barrier is 2 minutes, 30 seconds. The question is, what life lessons did you learn the hard way? Share with us. What life lessons did you learn the hard way? Toastmaster Enfeoluwa Wole Ojo, the stage is yours. You are muted. We can't hear you.
I apologize for that. Thank you so much, contest chair, for that introduction and for my topic, and I acknowledge all Toastmasters and guests. What life lesson did I learn the hard way? Oh, okay. This life lesson is very important and crucial for me. And it was at the point where I was looking for perfection in a man. So as a young lady, I knew I was beautiful, I was intelligent and everything. And then I had the perfect picture, or the picture perfect of the kind of man I wanted to marry. Being a spiritual being, I wanted a man who is spiritual and who has a perfect slate. Having been a good girl all my life, so I also wanted a good boy. So I had quite a number of men approach me for marriage, and I wasn't fascinated because I was looking for that perfect picture. Now, when my man showed up, it wasn't the perfect picture I wanted. And for a long time, I kept saying no to this young man. But I got to a point in my life where I put all the stakes on the table and I decided this is the man for me. I didn't even realize I could have made a mistake until after a few months into marriage. And I realized that I could have missed out on this man. And I am always, always grateful that I did not miss out on him. Now, it is something I realized, and I'm so glad that it wasn't too late before I realized. It is a mistake I should have made, but I am glad it's a mistake I didn't make by choosing the most important out of what is really, really important and by setting my priorities right. Thank you for your time.
Wow, great. Well done, Toastmaster Ayofe Oluwawole Ojo, for that speech. Can we bring in Toastmaster Pradeep? Toastmaster Pradeep is the second speaker. Can we bring him in now?
Okay, contest chair.
Many times we have scenarios play out in our lives that teach us things. And truly, life sometimes can be like a table topic. You don't know where the curveballs are coming from. You don't know what is before you. So you have to create a mindset, or you have to have a mindset of whatever comes my way. If the lemons come, I will make lemonade from them. And that is what happens anytime you are faced with a table topic. You have to dig deep within your reservoir of knowledge, of words, of all of the trainings that you've had over the years as a speaker to deliver something that can inspire the audience between 1 to 2 minutes. On that note, I welcome Toastmaster Pradeep Pahawani, the Otumba himself, the immediate past president of the Lighthouse Toastmasters. Now, Toastmaster Pradeep, your question is, what life lessons did you learn the hard way? What life lessons did you learn the hard way? Toastmaster Pradeep, you have between 1 to 2 minutes. The stage is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Lot of life lessons are generally practically learned in the hard way. I am no exception. Yes, they call me Otumba, but that doesn't mean I'll be exempted from that hard way of life. I also learned a lot of lessons hard way. And some of the lessons actually I learned very late in life, even though I learned them hard way, but it was very late in life. If I try to put them, all of them one by one, I won't be doing justice to the time allotted to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the one important one, which affected me drastically. That life lesson was having a mentor. I was always hearing that we need mentors in our life to guide us, to take us through. I thought it was all bookish. I thought it was all just for academics, not practical. How can somebody who doesn't know about me, who has not known me from childhood and all, will try to guide me and try to influence my life? But when I really understood it and I had a real life mentor, my life changed for better. So those who have not known me before, those who have not now known me only through Toastmasters, I was not like this all the time. I was down. I was not as you see me now. A lot of things you see me now has been due to the work of my mentor. My mentor chiseled me. He polished me. And he tried to bring out the best in me. And I'm still work in progress. And one of the methods he does for me is, if he tells me to do something, let's say he tells me to write a write-up, immediately I take it to him. He says, boss, this is C level. You bring out to me a B level, then I will turn it to A level and polish it for you. So my advice to everybody is that if you don't have a mentor now, please get a mentor. Don't be a late person like me. Thank you, friends.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pradeep. Toastmaster Rotimi, please, can we bring in Toastmaster Tai, the final contestant for today?
Okay, contest.
Mentorship. And interestingly, mentorship is at the heart of the Toastmasters curriculum. So if it is good for life, it sure is good for speaking and leadership. Mentorship. So get a mentor today. Embrace a mentor today. Embrace someone that has walked the path that you desire to work, so that you wouldn't make the mistakes that he made. Amazing truth. Amazing wisdom. Is Toastmaster Tai here now?
Hold on, please.
As we go on in the journey of life. Okay, Toastmaster Tai is here. Toastmaster Tai, your question is, what life lessons did you learn the hard way? What life lessons did you learn the hard way? Toastmaster Tai Olorin Ade, you have 1 to 2 minutes. The stage is yours.
Thank you a lot for that question. Sir Matthew, what life lessons have I learned the hard way? Looking at my life and looking backwards, looking at how I've grown from my secondary school days to my university days to my professional life as a management consultant, I sometimes tend to think and to try to see where I could have improved and where I could have done better. And one thing that has stood out for me at all times that I remember, and that one thing is learning to believe in myself. Now, if you don't believe in yourself as a person, you do not have the boldness to take opportunities. And if you don't take opportunities, success doesn't come your way particularly. So that I've begun to learn as a professional how it's important and how I should believe in myself as a person and be the one to give myself the benefit of the doubt, be the one to learn to make mistakes, to take rejection on the chin, to be the one to go out and volunteer for stuff, to go beyond, above and beyond. And this has stood out as a major lesson for me. I've learned a lot as a person, but I believe that once you believe in yourself and once you love yourself, particularly, you'll be able to impact others. So it's just as the saying goes, if you believe love yourself, love others as you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you will not be able to impact others. This for me is the lesson that I learned the hard way, because learning the hard way is because I lost a lot of opportunities. I lost a lot of ground, but I'm beginning to gain it now as I become and I begin to believe in myself. Thank you a lot for that question, Tip-Top Master.
Great. Well done, Toastmaster Tai, for that speech. Now we'll give the Chief Judge and the judges an opportunity to go ahead and put together their reports. And as they do that, we're going to take a moment to have contestant interview, have a chat with our contestants so that we'll get to know our contestants. Okay. We'll start with the very first contestant, Toastmaster Bosede Olufunke. Are you there? Hello, Toastmaster.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm here, sir.
Okay. 1 second, please. I need to. Just a second. Okay. Toastmaster Bosse, sorry, I had to respond to the Chief Judge about a particular line item that she shared with me very quickly before I engage with you in this short interview. Now, Toastmaster Bosse, you've been called, or you are called, the Lekpashos Bosse. Amazing. Isn't that, what, can you share with us what brought about that name?
Okay, well, I am a stand-up comedian, and
oh, interesting.
There was a need for a stage name. Everybody else had one stage name or the other, and my mentors then insisted that I should have a stage name. I was fine with my real name, but they said just create something. And like I said in the third tale, I was morbidly obese. I mean, I was really, really big. So I needed something that when I'm introduced and I get on stage, the irony will be clear. And in Nigerian parlance, the Lekpashos, it means very skinny. So when they say, welcome the Lekpashos Bosse, and somebody that is very massive comes out, the initial instinct is to laugh. So for me, that was a very good icebreaker to start any performance in those days.
Fantastic. I see here that you have amongst your hobbies watching movies. Can you share with us what movie have you watched recently that has really been exciting?
Well, I am a movie person anytime, any day. In the past 1 week or two, I have not watched movies because I've been reading. I have an exam coming up, but I can tell you that the one that comes to mind as we speak now is the Black Panther, because of the gentleman that just died.
Yeah.
And the lesson I took away from that is, I mean, for someone who battled cancer for 4 years and he could still do all those stunts and look fit and bring life, and he kept living his dream until the last minute. for me, it was an amazing reflection when I woke up to the news this morning. So I think that the Black Panther was a gift to the Black community, and to show us, we grew up believing that all the superheroes are white. All the superheroes are white. We grew up believing that only white people had superpowers and could do great things. And the Black Panther was a gift to us to give our children hope that we have great powers too.
Great. Amazing way to wrap the story around the passing away of the young man that starred in Black Panther. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Chinedu. Toastmaster Chinedu, are you there?
Yes, my chair.
Great. My house in Banana Island.
Yes,
Don't
worry,
fantastic. Fantastic. I'll come and collect my CFO.
No problem. No problem.
Okay. I can see here you, this is an interesting one. Now, you said you love tennis. So talk to us, because that's where I see that we are kindred spirits.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stroke? Is it the forehand or the backhand? Or the slice? The forehand.
The forehand, definitely the forehand, yeah.
So your weaker shot is your backhand, yes?
Definitely, yes.
How do you hit the backhand? One hand or with both hands?
Initially, when I was taught to use the two hands, because then you can put in a lot more power to your swing. But eventually, I just realized it felt like too much work using the two hands, and then especially when you have to stretch. So I just stuck to the one hand back swing. Yeah.
Great stuff. Forgive me, guys. Those of us that are not tennis aficionados. Let me move on to something that might interest every other person. Okay. A quote here says, the quieter, you said your favorite quote is, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. Ram Dass. Now, how does that connect to those of us that are Toastmasters that love to talk and we're trained to talk?
Okay, thank you for that. Well, that was my past life, or again, it's a reflection of who I am. I used to be, I'm a very techie person, so I dabbled a lot into hacking and some, black internet kind of stuff. And one of the common slogans over there is the quieter you are, the more you can hear. So you see a lot of hackers don't make too much noise. Most times you're in the background just doing your thing and gathering information. And those that really make noise and come out and talk a lot are usually not that skilled. So the very skilled ones prefer to just keep quiet, lay in the background and do their thing. Yeah. So yes, there's a very popular operating system called Ubuntu. That was part of the operating system I used in my early days into learning Backtrack and some of the hacking tools I know how to use. And then the slogan for Ubuntu's operating system was, the quieter you are, the more you can hear. So yeah, it stuck with me ever since then.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Chinedu. Fantastic, great stuff.
Thanks.
Now, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Yes, boss.
Okay. Now, a lot of you wonder, an Indian, or will I say Nigerian Indian, or an Indian Nigerian, someone that we all call Otuba or Tumba. And you say here, your favorite quote, you said, you can have results or excuses, not both. Can you expatiate?
My contest chair, dear Matthew, that quote, if you come to my office, I have framed it in a large size, is on the wall of my office. Let me tell you how I use it. a team member comes and start giving reasons and challenges and problems and fronts, keeps all those on my table. I allow the person to talk. As that previous question, you talk about silent. So I keep silent on that. And when the person has finished talking, I turn my head. I said, can you see that on the frame? The person reads. Says, sorry, sir, I will come back. So it means he has been giving me excuses. So if you're giving me excuses, it means there's no result. So they go back, they come up with a probable solution. Then once it's okay, I say, okay, go ahead. Or my next question is, if I'm not on seat, what will you do? So, okay, I would have done like this. And so go ahead, please execute like that. So I personally feel, yes, if you're giving excuses, it means you're not problem solving oriented. So that quote, that's why very dear to my heart.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now you've been in Nigeria for a while. Can you tell us your favorite Nigerian food? Favorite Nigerian cuisine?
I'm a foodie by nature. So let me not list all the foods I like. But you said I should pick one. I should pick one. Yes.
Yeah.
The one I like pepper soup. So it should either be chicken or fresh cocoa pepper soup. But I want it with my fried yam. So I cut the pieces of yam, the fried yam, put it in that pepper soup bowl, and then have the soup with the pieces of yam, which has been soaked by that pepper soup. That's my favorite meal.
Otumba.
Awanio.
Okay, now you've gotten me salivating, man. Okay, let's move to the next contestant, Toastmaster Ayemfeoluwa Wole Ojo. Is she there?
Good morning. Yes, please, I'm here.
Okay, we want to meet you. Great. I can read here, and I mean, very amazing feedback. But one of the things that struck me here is you said here that wisdom demands that a man gives thought to where he will spend eternity. Now, when I read this struck me because 2020 has been an amazing year, you know. So this kind of resonates with the year. So can you share a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. That has always been when people over the years, when people ask me what's my best quote, that is what I've always said, because I know that there is a life after now. So every time, and that has shaped everything I've ever done. When I'm on the edge of making any decision, I'm always thinking of, okay, life doesn't end here. So wisdom demands that a man gives thought to where he will spend an eternity. I lost my father about a month ago, and then I just look at everything he left behind. I look at everything he worked for. Now is gone. I mean, another person will have to take over everything he's ever worked for. And everything he did during his lifetime would be what is mattering now, wherever he is, right? So that has just always been my anchor, that it doesn't all end here. There is an afterlife. At least that's what I believe. And we would spend more time there than we can ever spend here. So it matters.
Food for thought. Food for thought. My condolences about your dad. Now, you said something here about your interest. You said you love swimming. Do you still swim?
Oh yes, I do, and I cannot wait for the gyms and the pools to be back, and when it's safe, of course. Yes, I love to swim, and for many years I would go to the pool and I would just jump inside the water. I did that for years. I couldn't bring myself to swim, and then one day I got into the pool, and I saw children swimming. I saw people swimming, and I decided I am not going to leave this pool today without swimming, and I tried. I just went beyond, trusted the water, like people had always told me. And then I left the pool that day being able to swim because I just wanted to do it. And then I did it. So yeah, I enjoy swimming.
Great. Nice. Thank you so much. Now, the last but not the least, Toastmaster Taye. Toastmaster Taye, are you there?
Hi, Tim Matthew.
Okay, great stuff. I like your interest. Social impact, business development, hanging out with friends, video games. I mean, you just kept it very simple. Now, when you talk about social impact, what exactly do you mean?
Okay, in terms of my interest, I lead a social impact group, Passion Vector, where we work with young Nigerians to help them with their career choices and sort of motivate them to achieve success. So it's hinged on the idea that everybody that has succeeded, regardless of their background, had an idea, they had a dream in their mind, they had a vision that they aspired to. So what we're looking to do is paint that picture, help those younger Nigerians paint that picture in their minds. So, for example, people that want to be doctors, they had a day they saw a doctor or they were told what a doctor does, right? And so what we do is we connect professionals to these younger guys to just inspire them and tell them that no matter your background, no matter where you are, if you have your eyes set on it and you kind of become challenges around you, you will succeed. So that's what we do. That's what I do now in terms of social impact. But I've always, for the last 5 years, been doing something around that.
Okay, great stuff. That's good to know. Well done, Toastmaster Tai. Now we want to share certificate of participation, and I will say, so that we don't waste too much time, I was supposed to share with my screen here, but I will send your certificate of participation to you via WhatsApp. Just want to keep it very simple. I don't know if the results are ready. Chief Judge. Madam Chief Judge. Hello.
Hold on, please.
Okay. So while we wait for the results, it'll be a good place to share how it's important for us to consistently stay on track with our Toastmaster growth program. A lot of us have not taken advantage of the fact that we're having meetings every week. I like to encourage us to take advantage of the every week, every Saturday meeting to fast track our personal development goals, because interestingly, the country, the world is fast opening up. So initially, with the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of postulations have been around the fact that the economies will be open when a vaccine is found. However, it is clear that economies and countries are beginning to create protocols that can help economies, help organizations, private, public organizations, help the entire engine of the economy to work in spite of the situation of the pandemic. So it's a good time to fast track your growth, fast track your goals, where your personal development goals are concerned, give your speeches, play your roles, hit your goals. Because truly, when you look at life and you have a clear understanding of your purpose, of why you're here on earth, time is actually one of the most valuable resources that you have. So in as much as I encourage people to have some time where they relax, maybe exercise, go play sports, maybe watch Netflix. There's this thing I do with my kids, you know. You have to have executed some academic goals, some goals around house chores before you are qualified to watch Netflix for 2 hours. And because, I mean, like every other human that wants entertainment, my kids will ensure that they deliver on their academic goals daily, on their chores daily, and they are looking forward to that prize of having time to watch Netflix. You know, and you know, you have the kids part, by the way, for Netflix. Those of you that watch it and you have kids, you have to be sure that you screen what they will watch, even on the kids portal. You have to screen what they will watch, because sometimes what is 13 for most of these movies and most of these countries is not exactly 13 for us in Nigeria, and I dare say in Africa, you know. So these are some of my thoughts today. I don't know, Toastmaster Rotimi, are the results ready? Chief George.
In a few minutes.
Okay. Okay, now that we're still waiting for the results. Recently, it was all over the news that a certain man was asked a simple question in an interview. And he blew up. This further has re-emphasized the fact that most of our public personalities lack basic training in tact and diplomacy. And I remember a particular advanced communication project, speaking under fire. Those of us that have done that project remember what it entails, where you're trained how to be composed, how to comport yourself when you are asked questions that can rub you off the wrong way. I dare say that most of these public officers need the Toastmasters experience, because with that experience, you can learn how to speak on that fire in a composed and in an articulate way. You can learn how to manage conflicts using all of those tips that the Toastmasters manual provides, you know. So if you have access to these guys, I want to encourage you to invite them, send them some of the materials that you have access to. Because at the end of the day, the training we get from this place is supposed to help us in nation building, supposed to help us in building very solid, both private and public corporations. Remember, the Toastmasters byline says Toastmasters International, where leaders are made. So the act of communication is not just to only talk, it's also to help build and train leaders. Chief Judge, are we still compiling the results? Seems as if the contestants have given our judges so much to do. Now, I would like to, before this turns to a monologue, I would like to give an opportunity to some of our guests, maybe we can just begin to do the kind of introduction. So if you're a guest today, please, I'd like for you to just share with us your name, what you do, and what your experience has been thus far with Toastmasters. I'm going to call names. Who is Dragon? I can see Dragon here. Are you a guest or? Is it that the dragon just disappeared? Okay. Who is Mahmoud Al-Khali? What's happening? Hello? There's a Mahmoud here. Mahmoud, hi. Hi.
No response.
Can somebody unmute all of this in our guest? Mahmoud, okay, Mahmoud is unmuted. Mahmoud, hi, how are you doing?
Mahmoud is still muted,
Okay. Who is Victor Ajayi? Are you a member of the club or are you a guest? Because I want to move this conversation from just being a monologue to let's get some of our guests talking. Victor Ajayi. Seems like we have individuals that are, is it that they are logged in and they went out?
I don't know.
Ibrahim Kazim. Who is Ibrahim? Ibrahim Kazim, hi. Okay, Ibrahim Kazim is unmuted now. Ibrahim Kazim, hi.
Dragon.
Hello, Ibrahim. Hello. Okay, I move to the next person. Omisore Folashayo. Omisore Folashayo. Are you
that's
here?
our member. That's our member.
That's a member. Okay, good.
But
That's
she can
member.
talk. She can talk. She can talk.
Okay, Omisore.
Okay, Dragon has responded on the chat while you were called Dragon.
Dragon.
My network, his network went off, and for my mind, I was thinking it was a dragon from Bose's story. That's why he ran away.
Okay, Dragon, talk to us.
I didn't run.
Great. Talk to us, Dragon. How have you seen the meeting?
It's been quite educating, and some of the tips that you drop in are quite helpful. I'm trying to really see how to learn in the process and to be able to master some of the suggestions and advice you've given, mostly for the journalist talk which you gave, and how he was able to react to the comment that somebody gave to him. So it is a silent way for me to still see that yes, there is need for me to personally still work on, take a cue from what people who are already there and how they are reacting to a little pressure that comes to them. So it's like an awakening to me that yes, there's a need for me to master the craft and to be able to grow in the process.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been very educating and very informing for me. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so Dragon, thank you so much for that sharing. So are you planning to join the club?
I'm a member of Sister Toastmasters. I saw the post on the district level, so I said, okay, let me join.
Oh, fantastic. Good to know that you're a member of the club. Fantastic. Thank you for coming around.
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
now I just got a prompt that the results are ready. Let me okay, now the results are here. Just a second. Okay. So are you ready? Are you ready to know your winners?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
We are
are.
ready.
Drum rolls. Come on. Okay. Now you're going to get all of your certificates, certificate of participation and award certificates for all our winners are going to get to them immediately after this meeting. So, but now I want to go ahead and announce the results has been shared by the chief judge and her team. Now we'll start with the winners for the table topics, and we're going to start with the very first runner-up. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Chinedu M. Can you jam those hands? Toastmaster Chinedu is our first runner-up. Toastmaster Chinedu, you have come as the first runner-up. We want to say well done, and we want to encourage you to keep speaking, keep contesting, and you will polish and fine-tune that skill. And the winner of the Lighthouse Tall Tale Contest, August 2020, is no other person than Toastmaster Bosede Olufunke Ogunboye. Jam those hands together, come on.
I can finally sleep. I can go and sleep now.
Now you can complain. You can complain. Pradeep Kosit, you can complain now.
I can go and sleep
Not
now.
dragon.
Oh, goodness.
We thought it's
Okay.
dragon.
Now, I think that we can quickly move to the winners of the table topics. Can I hear those drum rolls? Wow, this was a keen contest. For the table topics, we have the second runner-up, no other person than Toastmaster Taye Oloriade. Put your hands together for him. Toastmaster Taye, second runner-up. Keep speaking, keep contesting. And the first runner-up is no other person than the Otumba himself, Toastmaster Pradeep Prawani. Put your hands together for him. And the winner of the table topic contest, Lighthouse Table Topic Contest, the person that's going to represent us at the area level, we have Toastmaster Ayanfeoluwa Wole Ojo. Put your hands together for her as she takes the bow. Congratulations to all our winners. Congratulations for being good sports. We want to encourage you to continually work on your craft, refine your speeches as you prepare for the area contest. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I hand over control to the president of the club, Toastmaster Rotimi Omotayo Benson.
Thank you, Toastmaster Matthew Omoaka, our contest chair for today. And on that note, we'd like to thank specifically all the participants, all the contestants. Trust me, the hardest part is even coming forward to come and contest. That you have contested, you have killed a little bit of the fear of public speaking. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for participating in this contest. And the winners will represent us at the area level. Our club is a member of Area 18. So the winners are going to proceed to Area 18. The date for that contest is going to be announced. We'll let you know. The contest has already introduced, met with the guests in our midst today. But we have a quick announcement for members. We announced to you about the club deals coming up. It's going to be due in September. I will know this is actually a very trying time for all of us. So we have introduced a system whereby you can pay quarterly. So instead of paying the amount once, you can pay some now and pay the remaining half at the end of September so that you can renew your membership, because it's a very critical part of us being in the club. And on that note, I also hope that our guests, I hope you have all filled the link in the chat box. The Vice President membership dropped the link in our chat box for you all to fill. So please, can you fill that? We'd like to get back to you after this meeting to find out how you found the meeting. And on that note, I would like to adjourn this meeting to next week, Saturday, by 11 a.m. Thank you all, and have a wonderful week ahead.
Presido, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Well done to the contestants, well done to the winners.
Yes, well done. Le Pachas Bosse.
Congratulations to all the contestants. Very beautiful work today.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lighthouse Toastmasters.
Mama, good afternoon, man.
Le Pachas Bosse, I think you wanted to go and sleep now. What are you still doing here now? Go and sleep now.
It looks like he needs to sleep.
Go and dream another dream of tall tale.
I will.
Go to the area.
I will. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
TM Joy Cheyenne is here. TM Joy.
My Otumba.
When I didn't see your name among the contestants, I said, this is not correct competition.
TM Joy, please, your camera, let's
Joy
see your
and
face
TM
again.
Julie, they're not there. How does it complete
You don't want
now?
to see my face, so.
Why?
You don't want to see my real face, so.
This is not my real face, so.
But TM Joy, what happened now? Why did you not contest now?
Let me come.
I have a lot of projects that I've been sorted with this last 1 month, so I wouldn't have had time to prepare properly.
I know, because if you contest, you win. If you win, you go to the area. If you win the area, then you go. I know that you will keep on progressing. That's why I don't want to involve yourself, Abi.
Yes.
You're sure of
and
winning.
then I have
You're sure of winning. That's why.
I have some good news to share with my Toastmaster family. So sometime last week in the association, there's an association that I'm actively involved with that has to do with the industry that I'm in, which is LPG. So they were having like a master class and they asked me just to join in and observe and, give feedback. And in the middle of that, the moderator said, Joy, why don't you co-moderate the actual business forum with me? 2 years ago, I would run and go and hide under a chair, but this time around, I just threw myself and said, this is what Toastmasters is all about. And, I was a co-moderator of an actual paid event, and it's a big deal for me because not only did I do well, and I got feedback from people that I didn't ask for feedback. I mean, it's not Toastmasters, but people were sending me messages, oh, that your introduction was really nice, this, that, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing the value of the money that I'm paying. So I want to say thank you to everybody. And I know that, Toastmasters is going to be a part of me for a long time to come. Thank you.
Thank you. So what are you sharing? Because earlier today, Chinedu was sharing houses in Banana Island. What are you sharing with us?
I'll probably send you some pepper soup and meat and yam first of all. Then we'll talk. We will now discuss about the other people.
I've read yam.
Yes.
Congratulations, enjoy. That's a beautiful one.
Thank you so much.
These are the kind of things that we want to hear about, how this thing influences our real life and not just come, talk, clap, and go. But it's good that we see real life situations where this has actually caused change. Like TM Taiwo was talking about social change. So this is social change for us. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Matthew is the pastor, please. Your tithes should go to him.
I will.
Yeah, I'm local government chairman. Your tax should come to me.
No problem.
TM Carter, you know that whenever there's table topics in the meeting online, before even they introduce the table topic master, TM Joy Cheyenne and TM Julie say, I volunteer. So people who are guests, they said, what are they volunteering for? Me, I know they're volunteering for table topics. I have to now explain to the guests, they are volunteering for the table topics. They say, what is table topics? He says, I'll tell them, you want to start, just hang on now. But these people have already volunteered.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
I mean, that's what we're here to learn, how to jump at opportunities.
Yes. So when I didn't see their name in the contestant for table topics, I begin to fear.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual here. I was expecting to enjoy that.
I thought they've already been selected. I thought they've already been selected ahead. That these people, they don't need to contest again.
We know they are going to contest. But I think it's good. And I was telling Bosse in a private chat that the tall tales that we got today were quite beautiful. I love them. I love the exaggerations that they had there. And now that we have someone that's moving on to the next stage, I think it's to be a good idea for the club to give some support and guidance to help that person prepare for the next stage and for the stages after that. So that we can always have our best foot forward.
True. Okay. My mentor.
And if TM Matthew is still here, him and TM Adejoke needs match.